Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a Tsukishima Kei X listener, and of course, I will leave the Wattpad link in the description, so please enjoy. The whole gym was dead silent. Even Nishinoya and Tanaka were quiet. It was like the world had stopped for a minute. The volleyball rolled across the gym, but no one dared to move. A few minutes earlier, the first years came in the gym to practice, of course, but they were slightly late than the others. Tsukishima-kun, are you sure you want to leave your headphones here? Shouldn't you leave it in the club room? Why, the first manager said. I can't go back since the shrimp and the king made me late, Tsukishima said with an annoyed face. It's your fault for teaching horribly, Hinata and Kageyama said at the same time. It's your fault for being dumb. I'm never teaching you guys. Tsukishima shot back as he placed his headphones on the ground. Okay, let's get practice started, Daichi said with his very, very angry face, which signaled the first years to stop fighting. There was a skirmish between the team. On one side it was Hinata, Kageyama, and Daichi. The other side included Tsukishima, Tanaka, and Sugawara. Both teams were doing fine and everything went smoothly until... bam. Hinata and Kageyama were still working on their new quick, so it didn't always land inside of the court. The ball went straight towards Tsukishima's headphones. It felt like everything was in slow motion. Tsukishima failed to block the spike, so he looked back to see the ball. He saw the exact moment where the ball made contact with his pressured headphones, which comes to now. No one had said a word after the accident. Hinata couldn't say a word since he was on the floor, unconscious. The blonde middle blocker just stood there, looking at the ground. First Name was looking for a solution, a way to avoid fighting, which was impossible. She hated when there was tension between the team. First Name was a very friendly and cheerful person. The first person to speak up was Daichi. Why don't we take a little break? He said with a little hesitation. Tanaka and Kageyama helped Hinata come back to life. Yamaguchi went up to his friend, who still hadn't moved. Hinata finally woke up and slowly walked up to the blonde. Tsukishima-sama, I would like to formally Hinata was cut off by Tsukishima. First you make me late to practice because of your stupidity, and then you break my head. Tsukishima was also cut off. Tsukishima-kun, would you like to buy another pair of headphones with me? First Name blurted out. Like a date? Nishinoya shouted. This made First Name blush. She did not think this through. She didn't mean to make it sound like a date, but she would definitely want to go on a date with Tsukishima. She just didn't want a fight between Hinata and Tsukishima. Why would you want to go on a date with this guy? I'm way better than him. I can treat you better, Nishinoya shouted along with Tanaka. Now, Nishinoya, it's First Name Chan's decision, so let her decide, so Sugawara said. I didn't really mean it as a date, First Name whispered, and sadly no one heard it. As Nishinoya and Tanaka were freaking out about their precious Gohai going on a date with Tsukishima Kei, the blonde was picking up broken pieces of headphones. Now everyone was curious. Was Tsukishima going to accept that date? They were itching to know if he would go on a date with such a positive, bubbly girl. They knew they should continue practice, but they were really curious. Finally, Tsukishima walked up to First Name with broken pieces in his hands. Are you free Saturday? If you are, I'll text you where to meet because I don't want anyone following us, he said, knowing the whole team would stalk them. The gym roared with yelling and crying, mostly Nishinoya and Tanaka. Saturday. First Name was really nervous for this day. She was slightly worried because Tsukishima didn't open up to her, and they've only exchanged a few words. She had a fear that the middle blocker didn't like her at all. Now, who said our precious first name was just an average girl? She was very popular in her grade due to her personality and looks. First name was slightly early for the meeting time and checked her hair if it looked decent. She heard a voice and looked up from her mirror. Hey, little miss, you're very pretty, aren't you? A middle-aged man said with a smirk. First name was disgusted by his attitude. Thank you, but please leave me alone, First name said with a little force. Suddenly, the man grabbed her wrist and whispered in her ear, Let's have a little fun. Touch me one more time, and you won't be able to walk. First name pulled away and glared at the man. You're even cuter when you're mad. The man smiled. I would appreciate it if you didn't touch her. A familiar voice was heard. Tsukishima glared at the man, who shrieked since the blonde was so tall. I'm just her brother's friend, and her brother needs her right now, so... The man pulled First Name's wrist once again. This caused the volleyball manager to explode. She kicked the man's lower region and punched him in the face. I told you, if you touch me one more time with those filthy hands, you won't be able to walk, First Name said with a deadly glare. Let's go, Tsukishima-kun. I didn't know you had such a bad side, Tsukishima said with a snicker. Everyone has another side, First Name said with a laugh. The two teens entered an electronics store. First Name giggled to herself. Tsukishima can finally talk to me, she thought. I have no clue about the headphones, so can you help me, Tsukishima-kun? This one has really good sound quality, but it's not wireless, so it gets really annoying. The middle blocker pointed to a specific pair. This one is wireless, but it's not a noise-canceling one, and I can't stand those idiots yelling, Tsukishima said, pointing at another pair. He's opening up to me, First Name thought. She cried in the inside. I personally like these ones, because they're noise-canceling and wireless. Plus, it's customizable, Tsukishima said, and you could practically see sparkles in his golden orbs. But they're really expensive. The middle blocker looked bitter and walked off. First Name looked at the price tag, and she saw multiple zeros. She followed the blonde and walked around. I'm going to use the bathroom, so stay here, Tsukishima said. The volleyball manager nodded, but she looked really happy about it. By the time Tsukishima came out, First Name had 2 bags in her hands. She had a really big smile, and the manager of the store looked terrified. Welcome back, Tsukishima-kun. I already got your headphones, so let's go. The hair-colored girl handed him the bag. He looked inside to see his headphones that he wanted. You got me the headphones? You paid for them? The blonde looked slightly mad. First Name nodded as she pulled him out of the store. Let's leave the store because the store manager looks like he's going to pass out, she said, looking a little guilty. 2 first-years entered a small cafe and found a seat near the window. Look, last name San, even though I'm an asshole, I'm not that mean to make you pay for my headphones, Tsukishima said as he pulled out his wallet. Tsukishima-kun, I didn't pay for your headphones. You didn't have to pay me back, First Name said as she giggled. Did you steal them? Did you use violence? Is that why the manager looked terrified? Tsukishima looked really worried for once. Does it look like I'm that bad as a person? First Name said, feeling a little sad. Let me explain first. She cleared her throat and continued. My father owns the company, so I get a discount. The manager didn't believe that my father owned the company, so he got a little mad, that's all. First Name said with an innocent smile. Plus, I feel guilty for not warning you enough, so you didn't really have to pay me, Tsukishima-kun. Okay, now open your headphones, the hair-covered girl said cheerfully. The blonde slowly opened the box and saw the headphones that he wanted for years now. It was shiny, and there was another surprise. His name was printed on the headphones, big and golden, just like his golden hues. I really like it, thank you, Tsukishima said with a genuine smile. He's never smiled like this in years, maybe. This smile had almost killed First Name. Time skip, because I'm lazy. The 2 teens were walking home, and the sun was already setting. They arrived at First Name's house and stopped in front of it. Thanks for walking me home. Tsukishima-kun, I had a lot of fun today, First Name said with a warming smile. Tsukishima wanted to say something bitter since he was so embarrassed, but he couldn't bring himself to insult First Name. Her smile was the most brightest thing he's ever seen. It's nothing, plus, you got me headphones, the blonde middle blocker said with a blush. This made First Name giggle slightly. She turned back and walked toward the door. Wait, last name son, Tsukishima yelled. The volleyball manager turned back and hummed in response. I wanted to tell you something. You're the only one who can make me like this, and I don't know what you do, but I just can't bring myself to insult you. So you better take responsibility, Tsukishima said with a red face. First Name didn't really understand by taking responsibility, so she tilted her head, which annoyed Tsukishima. Geez, do I have to spell it out for you? Why are you making me say embarrassing things? The blonde mumbled to himself. I like you, last name son, Tsukishima said, looking away, hoping he could hide his face. First Name started to tear up since she got really emotional. I like you too, Tsukishima-kun, First Name said in between sobs. She was really happy that her crush had asked her out. After calming down, she basically had to jump to hug her now boyfriend, and call me First Name, she said with her warming smiles. Okay, First Name, Tsukishima said before kissing his girlfriend on the lips. Who knew Tsukishima Kei would be such a softie? First Name said with a teasing smile. Everyone has another side, Tsukishima smirked and stole First Name's words from earlier. Extended ending. Tsukishima, you got headphones with your name on them? Cool, let me see, Hinata yelled during practice, completely forgetting that he was the one who broke the headphones. No, leave them alone, you shrimp, Tsukishima spat. This time he made sure to leave his headphones in the club room no matter what. Even after a few leaks, the blonde would not let anyone touch his headphones, not even Yamaguchi. You stupid shrimp, you made me late again, Tsukishima shot at Hinata. Everyone noticed that he brought his headphones again. Before anyone could say anything, the blonde walked up to First Name, which no one knew they were dating, and said, First Name, can you hold my headphones for me? Tsukishima said, accidentally saying her first name by habit. His girlfriend nodded and acted like everything was natural. How come she gets to touch your headphones? Hinata said as he pounded. Because she's my girlfriend. The gym fell silent for 3 seconds, and it was filled with screams. Tsukishima, you traitor! I'm so proud of my children. I need to take pictures now. Get the camera. Young love. Can we get the practice started? And this is why I never wanted to tell the team. That's it, and thank you for listening. And, I forgot what I was going to say. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and be ready for future audios. Bye-bye.